So if you've ever had a slice of that incredible, dense German Christmas cake, the Stollen, it just feels like
It
history.
really does. It has that weight to it in every
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. And today we're tracing the path of the Dresden Christstollen. It started its life nearly 600 years ago, and we've got the sources to explain how it went from, let's be honest, something really bland
Utterly tasteless.
to this buttery, legally protected masterpiece.
It's quite the story. The earliest record we have is from around 1474. It shows up on an invoice for the Dresden court.
And it wasn't even called Stollen back then, right?
It was known as Schnitzel or Streetzel, just an elongated yeast pastry. The shape was meant to look like the swaddled Christ child.
Which sounds so lovely, but the reality was pretty grim.
What?
Because of strict church dogma, it was a fasting pastry, and that meant no milk, no butter.
None of the good stuff. It was literally just flour, yeast, and water.
Mm.
The source is very clear. The taste was, well, accordingly. Penance, not pleasure.
But that blandness is what led to maybe one of the greatest food lobbying campaigns in history. Turns out, even nobility hates dry bread.
That's what's so fascinating. To get a better cake, they literally had to get political. We're talking Elector Ernst of Saxony and his brother petitioning the Pope in 1470.
They wrote to Pope Innocent VIII, basically begging him to lift the butter ban.
And he did? Well, sort of. He responded with what's famously called the butter letter.
The butter
It
letter.
allowed bakers to use butter, milk, raisins, all the things that make Stollen Stollen.
Well, hey,
But there was a catch.
he had to pay for it. A penance payment. So you want a delicious cake. You pay the church a fine.
A pretty good business model, really. And that investment in flavor paid off. By 1500, these Christmas breads were the main attraction at the Striezelmarkt.
And the bakers started a tradition, right? Presenting these huge loaves to the local ruler.
Yes, starting in 1560, they present the sovereign with these massive 36-pound Stollen for the feast.
But nobody, and I mean nobody, did spectacle like August the Strong.
Oh, absolutely not. For that, you have to jump to 1730. He was holding this massive military festival, the Zeithaner Lustlager, and I guess he needed a dessert to match his ego.
And a 36-pound cake wasn't going to cut it.
Not even close. He ordered a single giant Stollen that weighed almost 1.8 tons.
Boy, a ton. How do you even bake something that big?
You don't. Not in a normal oven. It took 100 master bakers a whole week just to prepare the dough. They had to build a special oven on site just for this one cake.
That is completely over the top. How do they even slice it?
With a specially designed Stollen knife that was 1.6 meters long, this whole event, this spectacle, is actually what inspired the annual Stollen Festival they hold today.
And that tradition continues, which is amazing.
Huh?
Every year, the Bakers Association, the Schutzverband, bakes a giant Stollen.
It's about 3,000 kilograms now.
Yeah.
And they have a ceremonial Dresden Stollen girl and a master baker cut it, and all the proceeds go to charity.
That feels like it brings things full circle, but it also brings us to the modern era of quality and protection. This isn't just any cake anymore.
No, this is serious business. The association was founded in 1991 to protect the quality. And since 2010, Dresdner Stollen is protected across the entire EU.
With the PGI seal, the
That-
Protected Geographical Indication.
Exactly. So what that means for you when you buy one is that it has to be from Dresden. It has to use these very specific, high-quality ingredients.
So every baker has their own inherited family secret, but that quality seal guarantees you're getting the real buttery deal.
It's an incredible journey, from a dry penitential bread to a legally protected global delicacy.
It really is a true buttery masterpiece.
And, here's something to think about. The very first improvement to the Stollen back in the 15th century required a penance payment to the Pope. So isn't it fitting that the modern Stollen Festival now sells its giant, delicious pastry to raise money for a good cause?
It's a sweet tradition that really has come full circle.